Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my 2014 favorite beauty products video. And I'm going to go ahead and preface this by saying if you don't want to see a long-winded talky video, I would skip this one and go on to something else. I asked you guys a few videos back if you would be interested in seeing this, and you guys said hells yes, and you also said that you wanted it to be as long as possible. I'm going to try to be as thorough as I can, and I am going to talk about a lot of stuff, but unfortunately the longer the video is, the longer it will take my internets to upload it. I don't know why. I think it's because I live in an apartment right now, but that will be changing soon and I can't wait. Anyway, let's just get right into this because I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm going to start off with primers, and the first one I'm going to talk about is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. This one is kind of a cult classic here in the makeup world. I think it's probably one of the more expensive primers I've ever seen. I think it's in like the $60 range. This primer is amazing. It's really, really good for people with sensitive skin. It's probably not going to break you out. I can't guarantee it, but I've never heard of a case where this did break anyone out. It minimizes the appearance of redness on the skin. Therefore, you can use far less foundation. It makes your makeup glide on like a buttery, silky, sexual dream. It makes your makeup last longer, and it helps prevent excess oil production in the parts of your face where you might get a little extra oily, like the T-zone area, all that good stuff. I love it, I love it, I love it. Next is the Nars Pro Prime Instant Line and Pore Perfector. I've gone through a few of these. I do really like it. There are definitely pros and there are definitely cons. The pros are that it really does what it says it's going to do. It minimizes the appearance of lines, pores, any kind of textural discrepancies that you feel you have on your complexion. This is going to make a noticeable difference in that. And it keeps you matte. So if you have oily skin, it's great for that as well. The downsides are, it's like in this chapstick kind of applicator, so you are intended to only put this very specifically in the areas of your face. Do you like my little interpretive dance I did just there? You are only intended to put this in certain areas of your face. Even though you're not supposed to put it all over your mug, I do feel like I go through this like banana sandwich. I've gone through 2 or 3 of these in the past year and a half, and that feels a little excessive to me. I still really, really like it. And the other con is that it does break me out. So I just can't even use this all the time. If I do, my skin will go crazy. I do like it, but it has been replaced by my Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is a little bit more on the new side to me as opposed to the other ones that I just mentioned, but it was well worth the wait for me to invest in this. I love everything about it. It does pretty much everything else that I already said the other primers do, but it doesn't break me out. So I can put this as much as I want in the areas of my face. Here we are with my little dance. In the areas of my face that I need to kind of control oil or to smooth out, and it does a great job, and it does not break me out. I've used this enough times that if it was going to break me out, I would know by now. So this is perfection to me, and I bet this will be my favorite primer in 2015 as well. Alright, foundation. The first one I'm going to talk about is one that I have liked for several years now, and that is the Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. This formula is absolutely amazing to me. The only thing I don't like about it is that a lot of them I feel are super yellow, and my skin, depending on what stage of sunless tanning I'm in, can be either very kind of pinky red or very yellow. It just depends. But even through client work, which this is in my kit as well, I can tell you, it's just, I don't get enough use out of it because it is so yellow. Very soft focus, kind of glowy, but not dewy. Satin, full coverage, long wearing, highly pigmented. Love this foundation. I just think that if you're gonna try this one, I would recommend going and getting matched because, like I said, it can be pretty yellow, but it's gorgeous. Next is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This year was the first year I ever purchased this, and it has so much hype here on YouTube and in the makeup artistry world in general, and it deserves every single solitary bit of it. It is beautiful. Doing foundations with me, it can be either really, really nice or really, really bad. And by really, really bad, I mean, I just like my skin to look like plastic. I know that's unrealistic and it's stupid to some people, but that's just the way that I am. So dewy foundations can emphasize texture, and I just hate that. So this one does not do that at all. It makes your skin look so flawless and beautiful. It feels very lightweight on the skin. It doesn't break me out. The color selection is phenomenal. However, the con is it's expensive. It's in the $60 range. I would definitely classify this as like a special occasion or wedding foundation. I don't wear it all the time, but when I do, I almost always get compliments on my skin. It is amazing. Try it just once in your life and I'm sure you will be just as hooked as I am on this bad boy. My favorite foundation this year is the Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation from Hourglass. This one is relatively new to me. I just picked this one up a few months ago, but I know for a fact that it's my favorite for a multitude of reasons. This is literally the first mattifying foundation I think I have ever bought. I usually steer so far away from them because I don't want to look super made up. I know that's hilarious, like when you're looking at me right now, but it's true. To me, matte foundation was always synonymous with heavy looking foundation or heavy feeling foundation, and I don't know, in my head it did not sound like a good time. I was so wrong. This stuff is great. I'm wearing it today. I've been wearing it almost every video that I have done ever since I picked it up. It lasts a really long time. Because my skin does produce oil, I have always had to set my face. I'm sorry, like about this right here. I can't help it. Because my face does produce oil, I have to set it with powder. Ever since I started using this one, I use far less powder. I don't have to touch my foundation or my powder up throughout the day. My makeup wears better, my bronzer wears better, my blush wears better. Everything on my face wears better because of this foundation. It's oil free, it's really good for sensitive skin, and there are studies that show that your skin actually improves over time with wearing this. It's amazing. Check it out. Dry skin people will hate this. I'm just telling you that right now. I have one concealer to talk about, and that is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I tried some other things, but I always came back home to Big Mama. She is the best concealer ever. I have this in my kit. I use it on myself. It's just winter, fall, summer, spring, whatever. It's perfect. It wears amazing. Great coverage. Doesn't crease. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Kind of in the same vein of concealers are the MAC Prep and Prime Highlighting Pens and Radiant Rose and Light Boost. You guys have seen me use these in almost every single video. The Radiant Rose is pink. It will go under my eyes, and the Light Boost is yellow, and I will put that anywhere else on my face that I feel like I want to kind of bring a little bit of light and some dimension to the face. These are really, really nice. I will say if you have dry skin, these might not be the most wonderful thing in the world because the formula is a little bit dry. It doesn't feel very dry when it goes onto the skin, but as it blends and sets, I feel like it gets a little bit crepey under the eyes if you have any kind of dryness in that area. Lately, because I've been using this Hourglass, which is very, very matte, I have been gravitating towards these Stroke Up Light concealers from Bare Mineral. I have one here in Luminous 1 and Luminous 2. They're similar in color in that there is a pink tone and there is a yellowy kind of gold tone. I put them in the same areas of my face that I put the MAC Prep and Prime, but I think I like these a lot more lately. They're much more creamy and emollient. I think the formula is better for people with dry skin. Or if you're going to use any kind of mattifying foundation, this is definitely the way to go. You can get these at Ulta. I'm sure you can get them at Sephora, and you definitely can get them online. I have to talk about my Studio Care Blend Pressed Powder. It is the only powder that I use this year to set my foundation. I started using this around May or June of this year, and I have not looked back since. I have gone through tons of them. I love the way this powder feels on the skin. I love the way it wears throughout the day. It does not look cakey or chalky or powdery or anything like that. It's a gorgeous natural satin finish. There's a good shade selection. I think there's one in there for everyone. It's just amazing. This is not in my kit yet, but it will be. Every time I try to make a point, I have to like this number. No, Whitney. Like, you can get your point across, all that jazz. Next, while we're talking about powder, I want to talk about the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light. This is technically kind of like a finishing powder. You would not necessarily use this to set your foundation to make sure like it doesn't move or anything of that nature. What I ended up using it for is an under eye setting powder. So I would do my concealer and I would use this. I haven't been using it that much lately, and that's just because I'm not loving the color these days, but for, I don't know, 9 out of the 12 months of this year, this is all I use to set the highlighted areas of my face. I have plenty of videos that I use it in. It's a tricky color. It's a little bit yellow, but it's almost a little bit green. Almost, like nothing banana sandwich. It's a little bit green. It's just, you're gonna have to be like just the right color. I tend to fall somewhere between, anywhere between like an NW 15 all the way up to an NW 30, 35. It really depends on how tan I am, but anywhere between those shade ranges, I have been able to use this. I think it's gonna determine a lot on your undertone, but it really does just sit so beautiful underneath the eyes. The way that it reflects light without being shimmery, it's just, oh, I love it. I think you should go to Sephora and at least try it and see if it will work with your skin tone. If it does, you're gonna be addicted. It's beautiful. Now we're talking about things along the lines of under eye setting powders. I have to mention the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit and the refills that she came out with towards the middle of the year. Initially there was the contour kit. It had 3 colors for highlighting and 3 colors for contouring, and then I wanna say somewhere around the middle of summer, she came out with buku different shades, and I ended up purchasing several of them. So this is just like all the different refills and colors that I purchased this year. Some of them are repeats because I didn't want to run out. Some of them are ones that I intended to use on my clients, and some of them are ones I use just for myself. The contour colors I think are really, really nice, but the highlighting powders to me are where the product line really shine. I think that if you're just getting started with highlighting and contouring and you don't want to mess around with tons of different bronzers and all that good stuff, just create yourself a nice little batch of these. I will leave the ones that I have purchased down below with a brief description of them, but the vanilla, the banana, and java are my absolute favorite colors that I have tried thus far, and that is the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Contour and Highlighting Powders. I feel like I'm gonna be talking forever. I talk about some bronzers that I used this year. This one is a super oldie that I like kind of abandoned for a big portion of the year and then just kind of came back to it, and we have been deathly in love with each other ever since. And this is the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. It's got like cult level status here on YouTube. It literally flatters everyone. I think you'd have to be extremely dark to not get away with this, and it tends to surprise people when I say that because in the pan it's really light. You would not, I don't know if it's like the way the box is shaped or what, but I feel like looking at this, I would not readily assume it's going to be a good bronzing color for me, and it absolutely is. It really flatters everyone, and one thing I like about this one is I would actually use this as a bronzer and a contour. I've said before, they are not the same thing. Your bronzing is to warm, your contour is to carve. This is one of the only ones I have ever found that I could get away with using it for both. It's beautiful, blends amazing, the color is gorgeous, it's amazing. It's gonna be in my favorites videos from now until eternity. It's perfect. Next is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I love this one. I've used this in several videos as well. It's way darker than the Hoola bronzer, but it still flatters pretty much everyone. I have both of these in my kit. That's why I put them in this video, because I can tell you 110% they are universally flattering colors. But this one I tend to put on deeper skin tones, and it's even better to contour on deeper skin tones. It's got a little bit of an ashy color. It's not too red, it's not too orange. It's right there, it's neutral, and it smells like chocolate, and that is the one I like it. It's awesome. Last but not least is the Smashbox Suntan Matte Bronzer. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know that in the middle of spring, someone just boosted like a huge collection of my makeup. And this is one of those things, and I had to have it back. It was like a compulsion. I had to get it back in my life after it was stolen. And it's for good reason. As you can tell, I've severely hit pan on this. I need to buy another one. It is so beautiful. I love this bronzer for the dead of summer. When you are super tan, super bronze, super glowy, it mimics the color of a suntan perfectly. It's got like the smallest amount of red in it so that it gives that healthy, fresh, kind of I just got back from Barbados look to the face. It is so beautiful. If you're super fair, I don't know if I would put this one anywhere near you, but if you're around my skin tone and even like considerably darker, this would be perfect. I love this bronzer. The formula itself is so blendable and so creamy. It's just, it's, I went to go do this and I like impaled my nose, but you feel me. You know what I'm saying. It's great. The Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in the color beige. I have other Bobbi Brown Shimmer Bricks, but they're all limited edition, so I didn't feel like it was fair to bring them up. This is a permanent installment in her line, and it is beautiful. It reminds me a lot of a limited edition mineralized skin finish from MAC called Superb that was stolen from me. I really hope the person who stole my crap is watching this video right now. Like, anyway, it's gorgeous. It's gonna flatter pretty much everyone, and what I like about it is it looks like skin. It doesn't look silvery, it doesn't look gold, it doesn't look pink. It just looks like glowy, beautiful, luminous, fresh, healthy skin, and it's permanent, which is more than enough for me to get super stoked about it. I love this highlighter. Next is no surprise, and I'm sure almost everybody's gonna mention this one in their favorites video this year, and that is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the color Opal. I got mine at the very end of 2013. I had never heard of this company before, but there's a girl here on YouTube, her name is Shades of Cassie. She brought it up one day and I ordered it, and it was just like, what? The heavens parted. Like, it's so amazing. Like, even right now on camera, I'm looking at it, it looks, oh, it's so pretty. I almost don't even feel like I need to go any further into this because I just think it speaks for itself. It's perfection, hence the name, I'm sure. In a pan, it's gonna flatter pretty much every single solitary human being that wears it. It's gorgeous as an eyeshadow, as a brow highlight, as an inner corner highlight. It's gorgeous. Ugh, it's just amazing. This is the most inarticulate product review of life, but I just can't even form the words I need to say how amazing this is. Just go get it. Actually whizzing through this pretty quick. Like, you guys excited for it? Let's talk about some blush. Just to give you guys a little background story on me and blush. I only like matte blush, and I only like blush that is either on the more peachy corally side or very neutral in tone. I don't like super pink blush. I don't like bright magenta blush. It's just not my thing. So these colors are all kind of in this neutrally peachy matte family. The first blush is from Tarte. It is one of their 12-hour Amazonian clay blushes in the color Captivating. I have worn this bad boy out. I'm wearing it right now. Literally, it's my favorite blush ever. Stunning apricot shade for the cheeks. It's matte, so of course I'm a big fan. It wears for a very long time, and it's so flattering on so many skin tones. What I like about it is it blends in really well with my bronzers and my contours. It doesn't really take over my, I don't know, I kind of feel like I have a lot of blush on today, but it's alright. It doesn't really take over my face, if that makes any sense, and it goes with every eye and lip combo I have ever tried to pair it with. It's just probably my #1 pick for this year, and that is Captivating. That is Captivating by Tarte. Went from Tarte, and this is a little bit more of a recent addition to my collection, but I already know it's, you know what I mean? Like, when you know, you know, and I know all too well that this color from Tarte called Exposed is going to be a long-time favorite. It's very similar to Captivating, except it's a little bit more on the rosy mauve. So actually it's not similar at all, never mind. It's a rose kind of mauvey, kind of muted shade. It's really ideal for winter. I love it with, once again, pretty much everything. I haven't paired it with anything that I didn't absolutely love it with. And what I really like about this one is it's going to be amazing on fair skin. So I've had some clients sit in my chair that are so fair that I almost start panicking because I have no idea what blush I can put on them that's not gonna look redonky-donk, and this would be one of those that I know would just look amazing on even the most fair of fair skin beauties. It's just perfection. And that is, once again, Exposed from Tarte. Last but not least, I almost didn't want to mention this one because you can't even get it at Sephora, and you can't even get it at Sephora.com anymore. You're gonna have to get it from Elamasca.com, but I love it so much, and it's worth all the hustle and bustle to get your little paws on it, and it's called Lover by Elamasca. I got this one in the very beginning of the year. It's a gorgeous, like, if you've ever seen like a peach colored rose, I know that doesn't make any sense, but if you've seen one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's what this color is. I can tell in the viewfinder right now, it's really not doing it justice. It's so beautiful. I don't need to go too far into explaining it to you because, like I said, it's peachy, it's more on the neutral side, and it's matte. The formula is beautiful. It's so easy to blend. It's not even a little bit choppy, and it's incredibly pigmented. You can build it up to make it more intense if you need to. It doesn't get clownish. It's just, it's great. I love it. I could probably only have these 3 blushes for the rest of my life and want for nothing more. They're amazing. I wasn't sure if I should even put brows in this video because I don't know, I just feel like it's never going to change, and it's not like this year's favorites are going to be different than next year's favorites, but I'll just really quickly tell you my favorite brow products, and they are the Brow Wiz from Anastasia Beverly Hills in Ash Blonde, the Dip Brow from Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color Blonde, and the Clear Brow Gel. All amazing, can't do my brows without them. There are no exceptions, there's no dupes, there's no replacements. It's this or nothing as far as I'm concerned with brows. Started the year off all about Flutter Lashes, which are a mink lash company. I will leave a link to them down below. I still love them. They are so beautiful, but they are so expensive. Rightfully they should be. I just had one of those nights where I went out with some of my girlfriends and had a couple cocktails, and before you know it, it had turned into one of those I just love you guys so much conversations, and I cried and I ruined my eyelashes. After that, I was like, I'm gonna pump the brakes on the mink lashes a little bit because they're just too expensive. So I was on the hunt, long story short, for something new, and I came upon Cocoa lashes. I love these lashes. Lashes to me are something, once I find a brand or a style that I like, I am die-hard loyal to them. It's a little bit unhealthy, and my favorite style from Cocoa Lashes by far has been Foxy. I'm wearing them today. I've worn them in the past, I don't even know how many videos, but if I wasn't using Foxy, I was using Goddess, which are so beautiful. They remind me a lot of the iconic lashes from House of Lashes, if you're familiar, but get ready for this. They're like $6. $6. Let's just go ahead and like look at it like this. Flutter Lashes, $40. House of Lashes, $12. Cocoa Lashes, $6. I know $6 might still seem like a lot, but they're worth it to me. I wear these, I don't know, I could probably wear one of these lashes 10 times, 10, 12 times, and nothing bad will happen. They fit the eye well, they're lightweight, they're comfortable, they're just amazing. I will leave a link down below where you can get them. You can only get them, as far as I know, at ladymossbeauty.com, so I'll leave a link down below. I'm so hungry, and my husband is making pancakes for dinner, and it's just like, I can't even think straight. I'm so hungry and ready for it in my mouth. Eyeshadows. I wasn't sure how to do this. I wasn't sure if I should talk about palettes, if I should talk about specific colors, if I should talk about brands. So I decided just to narrow it down to the brands that I like. And I'm not going to talk about MAC because I feel like MAC goes without saying. MAC to me is the eyeshadow by which I compare all other eyeshadows. So I'm going to talk first about the more recent addition to my collection, and that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows. I haven't talked about these on camera because I've been waiting to do a tutorial with them, but I am wearing all Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows right now. I love these. The only thing I don't like about them is that I can't swatch them before I buy them. I don't know anywhere that sells them, so I just kind of have to go online and just hope and pray that I'm gonna get what I want out of it. So far, I've had really good luck. She has a crap ton of finishes. I love all the ones that I have. I think the price point is amazing. Honestly, I can't remember what it was, but I think I got something like 8 of them for $37. I think that's a pretty snazzy deal. I'm absolutely obsessed. If you guys want to see a tutorial using these eyeshadows doing this eye look, let your girl know. Up next are Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I actually have way more than this. I just didn't see a point in showing you all of them. I'm trying to collect them all. That's how good they are. I use a Makeup Geek eyeshadow in almost every single video. At least one eyeshadow, at least once. They are amazing. The neutral colors that she came out with are so universally flattering and blendable and useful. I don't see anyone being able to get a collection of these eyeshadows and not getting so much bang for their buck with it, because they are cheap. They're like $6, I think, for a pan like this that goes inside your Z palette. I'd have to say, if I was forced to pick an absolute favorite color for Makeup Geek this year, it would hands down be the color Bitten. It's such a unique color. It is a little bit difficult to blend, I've said it before, but I don't give a hoot because it's gorgeous and it's special and it's wonderful, and I could use Bitten every single day and not get sick of it. It's amazing. But All of the eyeshadows are perfection, blendable, bright, pigmented, amazing. I can't say enough good things about Makeup Geek eyeshadows. They have become like my favorite eyeshadows ever. I'm not even kidding. I absolutely have to mention this product because I have used it more times than I can even attempt to count this year. I've had to repurchase it several times between using it in my professional makeup kit and using it on myself, and that is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue. If you like glitter, you need this. If you like pigments, you need this. If you like shimmery eyeshadow, you guessed it, you need this. It's not just for glitter. I know that that can be a little bit deceiving. It is amazing for glitter, but it's great for pigment. It's even great for using it underneath any kind of shimmery eyeshadow in general. This stuff is just one of those products that now that I've used it, there is no replacement for it. Technically, you could use eyelash glue to put glitter on with, but to me, it just, no. You can put glitter on, you can put pigment on, you can put any kind of shimmery, anything in this life that you would want to put on your eyes. This is going to help it stay, it's going to make it last forever, and it's going to significantly decrease the amount of fallout that you're going to get during your application process. I use it on myself, I use it on my clients, I have it in my kit, I've repurchased it several times since I first discovered it. It's just, don't even, just get it. You'll love it. I have to talk about lips and then I'm done. Like, party, I'm so happy. I didn't do a whole lot of bold lips this year, which is banana sandwich, because usually I am a neutral eye, bold lip kind of girl. I just haven't done it. I don't know why. But as far as bold lips are concerned, the only winner in this race are Lime Crime Velveteens. I love them. I've mentioned them in videos before. I think I talked about them in my September favorites. I can't really remember. I have done a video using Salem, and I've done several videos wearing Red Velvet and Wicked. I'm just dying to bust. Oh, I did Black Velvet in my Bride of Frankenstein tutorial. I'll leave it down below now that I'm thinking about it. I have used it. I just love these things. Like, I wish that they would come out with any colors they come out with. I will buy. I'm waiting until spring gets here to get the more fun colors because I'm just not going to wear them until then, but I want them all. They're amazing. If you are the kind of person who wants to try a bold lip but doesn't really know where to start with it, I would go with something like this. A long wearing liquid lipstick is going to be something that is going to really flatter you. It's not going to be difficult to work with. It's going to stay where you put it, and you don't have to deal with the whole reapplying crap all day long. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Love it. Love it. Nude lips, I could go on and on because I feel like I have done a lot of nude lip stuff, but I'm just going to talk about the Big Daddy standouts to me. The first one is Raquel from Nars. This came out in their Audacious lipstick line. It is nude, but it's kind of more of a brownie peachy nude, which I'm more drawn to as opposed to a pinky nude. I think like baby pinky nude lipstick looks kind of silly on me, so I tend to go for like a peachy brownie nude color, and this is definitely one of the better ones I have seen this year. On top of the fact that I could just write a freaking 10-page dissertation on the formula, the packaging, everything about the Nars Audacious lipsticks is just streets ahead. I love it. I love it, I love it. Next is Dose of Colors in the color Poise. I think she has put out some new packaging since I bought this one, so this is just kind of like the OG packaging in case you order it and you're like, why doesn't mine look like yours? That's why. Anyway, it's pretty much the exact same as the Raquel color I talked about before. There's really no difference. I will tell you this. I have, and I'm not trying to brag, I have a lot of lipstick. Like, it's a little out of control how much nude lipstick I have. So because I have so much, I very rarely hit the bottom of one color or run out of one. If I repurchase one, it's because I lost it. I have almost used this whole tube. Like, it's gonna fall out of the tube if I use it one more time. I went through such a stage with this. I love this color. It's super pigmented. It's gonna flatter, I think, almost anyone who wears it would look great in this color. It is a nude. It is a brownie peachy nude, but it's perfection. Last but not least, for lip products, I have talked about the Marc Jacobs lip gloss in the color Sweet Escape. I have used this in several tutorials as well. I love the way that it smells. I love the packaging. I love the formula. I love the opacity. I love the texture of it. I just don't really get super excited about nude lip gloss, not as much as a lot of other people do, but this is one of those times that I think it's worth the ridiculous price tag, but it's, I love it. You can tell I'm running out of adjectives. Now we're just down to I love it, I love it. I sound kind of catatonic. Anyway, last but not least, because I feel like this would be the last step in my makeup application, is the Urban Decay by Scandinavia All-Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. It is exactly as impressive as it sounds. I have been using this for 4 years. I can't imagine a scenario where I'm ever gonna stop using it. You spray this on your face after you're done putting on the rest of your makeup. It sets it and it makes it last so much longer. Background story. The first time I ever bought this stuff, I was a bartender. I was a bartender for 4 years. And at the end of a shift, when you're running around making drinks, sweating your butt off throughout a shift, your makeup is not gonna look quite so fresh and so clean. I've started using this, and that is just the ultimate testament to me to how good this is, because my makeup looked exactly the same as it did after I put it on at the end of a 10-12 hour shift. It's just a game changer. I recommend it for makeup artists. I recommend it for brides. I recommend it for every single person who wants to wear their makeup as well as they possibly can from morning to night, from night until morning, whatever. It's just amazing. I love this stuff. Go get it. Okay guys, that is the end of my 2014 beauty favorites. I hope you are still with me. I know I talked about a lot of stuff. I know I talked really fast, but I hope you guys retained some of the information. Please subscribe if you have not. Check the down bar for links to all my social media platforms, including information about all the products that I have mentioned. I'm really excited to start 2015 off with you guys, and so you guys know, a little bit of an announcement. I'm gonna start uploading videos every Monday and every Thursday, unless something catastrophic happens. I am doing everything in my power to make sure that that is the case, because I really hate going super long stretches of time without uploading, but life gets in the way and sometimes it can be very difficult to maintain that. So I feel like if I just get a schedule and stick to it, I will be able to put out much more videos for you guys, including all the videos I keep promising that I'm gonna do that I haven't. I promise I'm going to get them up soon. Anyway, I love you guys more than you will ever know. Bye!